Alright guys, welcome back to Horizon Forbidden West. We are finally through the gates of this gigantic structure and we are, I think, actually gonna go to the west. I hope. Anyways, after ditching Varl in Meridian, he's caught up to us. And now I think we're gonna go on an adventure together. So at this point, Aloy has been super resistant.
Okay. Let's do this.
To any sort of help, but I know because I did some news coverage for this game that Gorilla was pushing that eventually it's going to be really, her companions are going to take a kind of like a more of a prominent role in this game, so maybe that's kind of like the evolution growth of her character, but we'll see how it all plays out.
That is the line between east and west. Cross it and die.
Hold on now. Let's take it easy.
None may walk this valley until our signal sounds. That was our accord with the Karja.
I'm not Karja. I came here on my own to ask for rite of passage.
But they opened the gate for you, did they not? What is the meaning of this violation?
Why send a child? Do they want to parley or not?
The Karja can't be trusted. This is known.
Forget the Karja. This has nothing to do with them. I need to go west to save lives. Maybe even yours.
The only lives you can save are your own. By turning back. Now.
Hold! She's telling the truth about one thing. She's not Karja. She's a Nora from the Savage East. And if she seeks to save lives, should we not listen? Let me speak to her. One last favor for a fellow marshal before he's taken away. A fearless, red-headed Nora. You must be the so-called savior of Meridian.
Just Aloy.
I am unyielding Fashav, once of the Karja High Command, last of the army of the setting sun.
You're Fashav. Avad gave me a message for you. That he waits for you in Meridian, where you belong.
Avad always was polite. Well, now I'm even more curious about you, knowing that you have the confidence of the Sun King. But such an association with the Karja could work against you here, as it often has with me. As you can see, tensions are high. This embassy is a delicate affair. They're about to return me to the Sundom, a gesture that might help soothe painful grievances. And now you arrive, unheralded.
I'm not here to cause trouble. I just need to go west.
So you say. I might be able to help, but I need to know why. Along with some assurance that I won't regret it.
How did you come to be among the Tallneck?
It's quite a story, but not a quick one. Though I suppose neither of us is going anywhere before the embassy begins. Are you sure you want to hear it?
I guess we have time.
Very well.
Oh god, strap in, here we go.
I marched with Sun King Jiran's raiders when they came west, hoping to moderate their worst impulses. I failed, of course. They committed unspeakable atrocities, stirring the Tallneck into action. When the clans overran our forward encampment at Cinnabar Sands, I stayed behind to help the last stragglers evacuate, and was taken prisoner. I didn't make it easy for my captors, mind you. And they paid me back in kind on the journey to their capital. I lost so much blood on the way that I was white as a corpse when they threw me before Chief Hikaro. I thought I was dead for sure, so I resorted to desperate measures.
So when you met the Tallneck chief, you did something desperate?
I'd kept my ears open as the Tallneck dragged me along, and I heard mutterings about a kind of trial by combat that they revere. So, when they flung me at Hikaro's feet, I demanded this right, called the Kulrut, thinking that by winning I could request a boon, my life or even my freedom. The other Tallneck howled, but Hekarro stared them down, and then his gaze fell upon me. Evidently, he appreciated my ingenuity. He allowed me to participate in the Kulrut. Little did I know what I was in for.
You said the Kulrut is a Tallneck's trial by combat.
Yes, but it is no
I'll
ordinary
take it.
trial.
I'll take it.
It doesn't pit men against each other, at least not directly. Instead, the combatants fight machines in a great arena, and only the strongest survive. Believe me, it is no easy thing to stare down a charging machine while hundreds around you scream for blood.
I know more about that than you might think.
Do you? Well, then you have my respect. Like you, I lived through it to claim my prize. I had hopes for freedom, but well, that wasn't on offer. Only service to the chief.
You wound up serving the Tallneck chief.
The winners of the Kulrut must serve the chief as his marshals.
You mentioned that word before. What does it mean?
The word itself refers to a kind of protective spirit from the ancient past. In practice, marshals are Hekarro's roving lawgivers, part magistrate, part judge, part executioner. I won my place among their ranks and served as honor demanded, but many Tallneck still spat on the ground when I walked by. But they did, until I started forcing them to the ground to grind their faces in it.
I guess that's one way to deal with it.
As you may have noticed, violence is the native tongue of the Tallneck. To survive, one must master it. The truth is, though, the Carja speak it too. More than they should. I can't blame the Tallneck for hating them.
So then, are you still Carja?
Part of me, yes. Always. Yet there is much to admire about the Tallneck, especially their chief. I've heard stories about what it was like before his reign. 3 clans always at war, constantly slitting each other's throats. Hekarro and the marshals have crafted a delicate peace, and now he looks to the future. Who knows? Maybe that future will include cooperation with the Carja.
The Carja talk about Hekarro as if he's a monster.
The Carja feel compelled to demonize him if only because he swept them from the field. It is true that he is fearsome. When I was first taken before him, I thought he would flay me alive. But he is no bloodthirsty tyrant like the Mad Sun King was. I think that if you were fortunate enough to meet him, as I was, you would find that he only wants the best for his people. I hope you do speak to him. I'm sure you'd interest him. So, that's my story. You're the first Easterner to hear it, but not the last. The Carja need to know what I have learned.
Yeah. The way you talk about the Tallneck is a lot different than how they do.
Okay, okay. So our in is that trial that this guy did. This line in the sand kind of reminds me of that Simpsons episode with the lemon tree. It's like a border of the grass.
I've never seen markings like those on a Carja before.
The Carja see ink as decoration. For the Tallneck, it is much more. A litany of deeds. A record of vanquished enemies.
Looks like you've vanquished quite a few.
I've fought my share of battles. But I feel that my life, like my markings, is only half complete. This side shows my martial deeds. Before I die, I'd like to see the other half marked with the laurels of peace.
The Wawa? There's the laurels of peace.
Are you glad to be going back to Meridian?
Oh, I'll admit that I wouldn't mind sleeping in a feather bed or sipping wine from the southern vineyards. But I have another goal in mind. As someone who knows the Tallneck and the Carja, I'm in a unique position to advocate for both. If Sun King Avad is amenable, my hope is to establish a lasting peace.
The Tallneck don't seem that peaceful.
They're not, as a rule. But these are difficult times. Chief Hekarro knows that survival often requires change, even if that change means putting aside centuries of war.
You asked why I need rite of passage. I'll tell you, but you won't like my answer. 6 months ago, the world almost ended in Meridian. That threat still exists. It's getting worse every day, much worse. Calling down storms, poisoning the water, enraging the machines. The source of it all has gone west, and I'm the only one who can stop it.
I've seen the signs. And I've heard tales of incredible occurrences in Meridian, an army of demons vanquished by a red-haired champion. So I'm inclined to believe you. The burden of your task is written across your face clearer than any mark of mine. I'll grant you this, to serve as proof of your right to travel into Tallneck lands. A task so important, and it's just the two of you. Take it from one who aspires to be a diplomat. Allies are essential. Chief Hekarro knows the West better than anyone. He may be able to help you. He can be intimidating to others, but don't let that deceive you. He is a man of his word.
Maybe. If I need him.
Your choice. You can find him at his palace, past the mountains to the southwest. Tell him I sent you, and he'll listen to it.
Look! The Sky Clan's banner.
Marshals. It wasn't easy, but I brought the Sky Clan with me.
And the commander?
No. I could only convince a few. He isn't yet aware we left.
We have banners from all 3 clans. If there are fewer from the Sky Clan, it can't be helped.
He's right. Sound the horn.
What's going on?
Not all Tallneck can stomach the idea of parley with the Carja, but enough have come for us to begin.
Then I'll be on my way.
No! The other marshals will not permit it. You wanted safe passage, you have it. After the embassy.
Why do I feel like shit's about to hit the fan?
The Carja have opened the gates.
This little weasel.
As the sun rises over a land at war, so too can it set over a land at peace. Today is such...
It's Regalla.
Hear me, marshals! You who claim to be Tallneck!
Regalla. Chief Hekarro's biggest mistake. A rival whom he should have killed.
You have forgotten that our people were born in blood. The blood of the Carja. Instead, you pledge your spears to a chief who conspires with the enemy. Hekarro has betrayed us. The embassy is proof. And all of you marshals are his accomplices. For this, I condemn you to death.
You'll need more than toothless threats to intimidate us. Exile.
Lancers, form up!
They're riding machines. Where'd they learn to do that?
Silence.
Vashav! Come with us now, or not at all!
Archers! Light them up!
Get to cover!
Archers! Keep them back! Left flank to the Karja! Run them down!
This is war! Get in the walls!
They're not gonna make it.
Open the gates! Open the gates! Open the gates!
Hey, finally.
Karja! Stand your ground! Fire at will! I don't have a shot!
Oh. Damn, this guy's slick. No, we just met him. Are we not
What
helping?
happened? Can you see?
It's just us now.
Hey! Calm down and fight fair! Lancers! Take the center!
Get ready!
Stick to cover! Archers on the ridge! Here they come!
Spotted.
So how are we gonna do this, guys? How are we doing this, guys? Where are they coming in from? There they are.
Something wrong, Aloy!
It's not the arrow that I want.
Aloy, here's some ammo! You won't get me that easily.
Drawing on her now!
You got nothing, dude. You ain't drawing on nothing, bro.
Vengeance for Fasha!
The rider's still standing!
Cut them all down!
Where's your aim, Nick? Blow up!
Cut them all down!
Woo!
No!
Whoa, that guy's just straight up blocked that thing. Oh, we just got mauled. Damn!
Just you and me now, Bo.
We've survived worse.
Outlander Aloy! From range! Engage her!
Where are you running?
Use some help.
Oh, that's not the angle I need. That's the angle that I need.
I'm not.
Bye! Fire arrows, fire arrows. Oh, I see those. I see that green pack on you. Got him. Got him.
Taking my shot! They're finished!
We good? We good?
Damn it!
Oh, hello. Carl, move, bro!
The shock attack hurt it! That's it! Wipe him out!
Enough! You, Outlanders! I'll skin you both!
Chief, grant me the honor of this challenge.
Granted.
Oh, come to me, big boy. Let's dance. Let's dance. Oh. Fancy shield, dude.
You're next, girl.
I've never seen a shield like that. Better scan it. I can break through a shield if I damage it enough.
Really?
Gotta get through that shield.
Let's end
She died, Narash! What the heck was that?
That's my chance. Give it up.
Let's go. It's a nice head you got there, dude.
His shield's regenerated.
It's okay. It's okay.
Need to break his guard.
I actually don't really need to. I just have to shoot around a shield, but
Shield's gone. He's vulnerable.
That won't stop me!
It's not working.
oh, that didn't work on him.
You're not stopping me.
That fire build up, bro. Got him. You're on fire! Boom, baby. Yo, all the loot! I'll take that shield, though.
Your turn. Come down here and face me.
No!
What?
It was an honorable challenge. You've earned your life.
Oh, you scared.
Comrades! Mark this day! Today you have decimated the marshals, slaughtered the Karja. So begins our war on Hikaru. Move out!
It's the antithesis of Aloy.
Get him to the camp. Now.
You gonna make it?
You're going on without me, aren't you? Guess I'm stuck with Erend. For now.
Come on. I'll take you back to the fort.
I like that new guy that we met. These guys are all hobbled.
I got you.
Yo, how are you lifting
It's
that?
salvage time, boys.
Hey, I get first dibs. First dibs on salvage is on me. I killed them all. Yeah, give me that shield. That shield wing.
I don't think it can take a hit. I should be able to use it to glide.
Aloy. We're still trying to sort out this mess. Seems like the Tallneck have a civil war in their hands.
That sounds about right. The marshals weren't expecting Regalla to attack.
And the entire Karja delegation was slain. Nozar, Voidis, Fashav. A massacre. What will you do now?
I have to head west. Hopefully this rite of passage is still good. For what I'm after, I'll cross all of Tallneck territory if I have to.
Then you have a long road ahead of you. This is only the threshold of the Forbidden West. The Tallneck's true domain lies over the mountains that border Plainsong, home of the Utaru tribe.
This isn't Tallneck territory?
All that out there? That's no man's land. It was supposed to be neutral ground, though obviously this Regalla ignored that. Her rebels approached from the north, with all those machines they were riding. They must have made camp up that way.
The rebels were riding bristlebacks. And there were bristlebacks in the Daunt.
Are you saying the rebels let them into the Daunt? How would that even be possible?
I don't know. But it's worth looking into.
While you're at it, there were a number of Karja and Oseram who went out there before the gates were shut for the embassy. Maybe you could check in on them. See if they're all right.
I can keep an eye out. Is there a Tallneck somewhere nearby?
A Tallneck? There's that one, over there, near the Utaru border. But why?
It's hard to explain. It'll help me get the lay of the land.
If you say so. Is there anything else I can tell you before you go?
I'll strap in.
About Fashav.
The man was taken captive by the Tallneck. Survived for years out in the west, only to die just short of the Sundom. It's a cruel end for a good soldier.
There was more he wanted to do.
This in between us? What's
He
going on?
spoke of advocating for lasting peace between the Karja and Tallneck.
Too late for that now.
What will happen to him?
His body will be carried back to Meridian. As a cousin of the Sun King, he will be accorded official rights and buried with honor. No soldier could ask for more.
That's a really bad place for this corpse.
Fashav called Regalla a rival. Someone that Tallneck chief should have killed.
Yeah, I reckon he should have. She's obviously a huge threat. Her attack was coordinated and precise. Until you got in her way, that is.
They knew the lay of the land. And they knew Fashav was going to be handed over at the embassy. If the Tallneck weren't expecting her, she must have spent months gathering an army in secret.
They had to have made camp nearby. Somewhere they could lie low until the perfect moment to strike.
It's too bad about Nazar and Voidis.
At least Nozar went down fighting. As for the Sun Priest, well, no one deserves to go out that way. I'll make sure they're given proper funeral rites. It's the least I can do.
This man just got a promotion.
Do you think the Karja will take action against Regalla? Seems like you'd have common ground with the Tallneck.
An expedition of the Karja army into the west could be taken as the start of another invasion. Sun King Avad won't risk it. That said, we can't allow ourselves to be caught unaware by an attack like that again.
You said the Tallneck lands are far to the west. What can I expect to find between here and there?
Well, as I mentioned, you've got a stretch of wilderness known as No Man's Land, and then new Taru farmlands. Past that are the Tallneck. Their territory is split into 3 clans: Desert, Lowland, and Sky.
Right. I saw their banners at the embassy.
The Desert clan is closest. Ooh, vicious lot. Where everyone else sees an inhospitable wasteland, they see a challenge to dominate. Somewhere beyond the desert is the tribe's capital and the territories of the other 2 clans.
You don't sound certain.
I've only heard the stories. During the Red Raids, the Karja army tried to push into Tallneck territory, but the United Clans rose up against them, forced them all the way back to the Daunt.
So no one except the Tallneck really know what's beyond the desert.
Maybe the scholars do, back in Meridian. All those scrolls have to be filled with something, right?
I'm kind of tempted just to stop talking to him, but because I want to reset this scene, but I feel like if I stop talking to him, I won't get the option to revisit it, so yeah.
You mentioned the Utaru tribe. Their lands are between here and the Tallneck further west?
That's right. Plainsong is their home. They're a peaceful bunch, at least compared to the Tallneck. More taken to farming than fighting.
It's hard to imagine a bunch of farmers surviving in the Forbidden West.
Make no mistake, they have a fierceness all their own. When the Karja were pushed back during the Red Raids, their warriors chased ours through the burning fields of Plainsong. The Sun King has made several overtures of peace to them as well, but so far, they've declined.
If they're so peaceful, why decline?
Don't know. I heard they have their own troubles to deal with. Something about a food shortage. You'd think that'd make them open to trade, but no. They just want to be left alone.
This area is no man's land.
That it is. The Tallneck used to attack anyone past Barren Light on sight, but after Avad overthrew the Mad Sun King, he reached out to the other tribes to offer reconciliation. The Tallneck agreed to a neutral border zone as part of the peace talks. Karja and Oseram have been striking out into the area ever since.
But now, it seems like Regalla and her rebel army have moved in.
Well, I'd never call No Man's Land safe, even in the best of times. The ancient ruins of the Southwest are a testament to that. Remnants of some forgotten war.
You said there were others who went out when the gates were open before. Like who?
Well, in addition to the salvagers that just went through, there were a couple of other parties of Oseram delvers. Even saw 2 Karja scholars trekking southwest with an Oseram crew. Not sure if they're exceptionally brave or just foolhardy.
I'd need to be on my way.
Then I wish you luck. The gates will always be open to you should you wish to return. And don't worry about your friends. We'll get them patched up.
I appreciate it.
Bunch of
Sun
dead
watch
weights.
over you, Aloy. I hope you find what you're looking for.
I have a feel like the first bit of this game will be solo, but we're gonna have to have companions help us near the back end. Oh, baby. Level 10. Just bear with me a moment here.
So, this is the Forbidden West. A whole new frontier to explore. The coordinates from the spire should lead to Silence and Hades. And just maybe, a backup of Gaia. It won't be easy out there. The Blight, the Storms, Regalla's machine riders. But I'll have to push through it all. Find a way to fix the world. Like Elizabeth would. The woman who led the ambush, Regalla, had a lot of machines under her command. There's only one other person who has that kind of knowledge. Silence. But what's his angle? Why help to knock the rebels?
Kinda wish we had like an auto loot ability.
Pack's full, but my stash has room.
Oh, cool. Vertical shocks. I'll use the shielding when I actually need to get down to somewhere. See some skill points though. Maybe I'll get this Tallneck. Probably a good idea to get the Tallneck just to open up the map a little bit. Skills. Haven't really invested much. There we go. Build evenly, so we are a well-rounded individual. I hear a birdie. We will shield wing when we need to shield wing.
It's taking over the land out here, too.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But I need your materials.
This must be the salvagers I met in Barren Light. Looks like something's going on.
All other armors look like rusted buckets of scrap. You really think you can do that?
Karoof, come on! You know me. Have I ever given you anything less than perfection?
If it isn't the savior of Meridian, and of my very own operation. Larend, say hello.
Hello, nice to meet you.
You know, if it weren't for this one, I probably wouldn't be standing here right now. Oh, nasty business. What the Tallneck did back at the embassy. But everyone in Barren Light is thankful you drove them off.
So this is your salvage operation?
You won't find a better place to trade machine parts in the West. And soon we'll be trading in more than just that. For too long, the West has been, well, forbidden. Dangerous. But what if I told you we could make an armor so tough, so infallible, that you'd never have to worry about survival out here again?
I'd be curious to take a look at it.
Of course you would. And that's why I've asked my most talented salvagers to find what they need to make that armor. Each of them will present their work to me. The best protection will go on sale to hunters, just like you.
Lucky me.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some business to attend to back in Chainscrape. Larend can take care of you while I'm gone. Can't wait to see what you come up with, my boy.
Leave it to me. It'll blow all the others out of the forge.
You have got to help me.
What are you talking about?
The armor. I made a dozen versions of it, but none of them were good enough. And there are other crews further west. If they make better armor than mine, I can kiss that keg full of shards goodbye.
So you get a prize if Karif picks your armor?
A big one. And I finally have the perfect design. I just need the right parts, and fast. So maybe you'd be willing to pick up a contract and get them for me?
What would I be looking for?
Shell walker containers. Their plating's made to withstand a lot of damage. It'll make the perfect armor. I know it.
I think I can handle that.
Ah, thank the Forge. All right. We scouted out a herd near here. Here's the contract. It'll tell you everything you need to know. You take the machines down. My people will pick up the containers.
I'll give this a closer look later. Thanks.
Ooh, new
How are you,
armor.
Aloy? Aloy, you managed to get those parts I asked for?
I'm working on it.
Oh.
Always good to think before you buy. Make this armor work. I know I can.
Before I do that, I want to go to
I
the
might want to read that
Tallneck.
contract before going on the hunt.
Need to grab one of these guys for a mount. Let me just grab the save point first. Quick save. And now I gotta get one of those chargers for to override, so I have a mount when I need it. This is break line of sight. They generally won't follow. Big whole sheep. Okay, dude. Okay. We gotta take care of this one. How you miss like that, Aloy? How do you miss like that? Question is how I'm gonna get all three of them, or just get close enough to one of them. Do any of them come here? Wow. Legit turns on me.
They caught on.
Ah, Mr. Tallneck, I see you. Oh, come on.
Looks like a satellite dish. If I can climb it, I should be able to reach that Tallneck easy enough.
Burn out. Get to the satellite dish.
Okay, steady my breath. I think I know what's next.
Are you serious? This bird's gonna... Oh, that's to this.
What is that? A power generator? A console.
Okay. We gotta kill everything around here. Wish I had... Screw off, dude. I need tear. I desperately need arrows that can start tearing. Because this is so annoying having to face all these guys with stupid armor. And then I got birds coming in on me like this. Hot. I think this thing had a canister on its back, right? Whoa! Critical strike, critical strike, critical strike. I don't have shock arrows. That's also a problem. So many things I don't have. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? Where'd you go? I'm gonna pin you. Woo! Come here. Okay, no more going anywhere for you, sir. Did I actually hit a canister? That'd be fantastic. Oh my god, I'm so bad at this game. Yo, where's the critical strike? Why can't I critical strike you? Wow, that jetpack is just constantly hitting me. Yeah, gonna have to make use of the rope caster. We need more arrows, and we need more bows.
This must have generated power at some point. It's dead now.
Go. Her.
A power cell. Disconnected from the main power line. This should get that generator below the dish going.
Okay, but how... Oh, okay. I was about to say, there's the way down.
There's the generator. Bet this power cell can get it running. Power's back. I should check that console I found earlier. Let's see what this thing does. Looks like I'm in luck.
That is an awful sound, dude. Just awful.
Error. Dish alignment incomplete. Motor function impeded.
Well, she's moving. Let's just hope she moves enough.
Shear's jammed. I'm still not high enough to reach the Tallneck. I'll entangle the dish. Maybe climb higher. Nice.
Talk about scale.
I should be able to get to that Tallneck now. Just gotta find the right spot.
The bane of all men.
I might need to glide onto the Tallneck. Just gotta time it right.
Feel this is the highest point of the dish, so probably here. I don't know how far you drop. So, how fast you drop after you activate the glide wing, because we haven't used it before. So I guess we'll find out now.
There we go.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Time to override the big guy.
Boy!
It's all right. Almost done. Almost gonna find some. Tallneck send that data to other machines. And now it's mine.
Cinnabar Sands. Woo! So shiny. Man. Sorry. You get more you get better material when you hit them with the spear. Okay. Now let's take a look at my quest guide. Look at my map. It's by the unknown rebel camp.